What's up, boys? Today we're going to be playing some Bullet Hell Gunner, and we're going to be looking for the Bullet Hell overclocks that were changed or revamped in the patch. So the Zukov and the Burst Fire, their level 18 overclock that causes them to fire in all directions, had the stats on that swapped around a bit or improved, and also the Stormy Mags on some of the weapons like the Thunderhead, the Plasma Carbine, and the Stubby were changed a bit. Although I only saw changes to the Plasma Carbine and the Stubby, I think. The Plasma Carbine, the number of bullets on the final shot was doubled, and for the Stubby, they were increased by 50%, so I'd really like to get those ones and see how they are now, since they got some pretty significant buffs with no real downsides. And we're just trying to get 3 different weapons here that have some sort of effects like that where they fire in all directions to go with the passive of the weapon specialist. I think the Bolt Shark also has something. Okay, fantastic, we actually got both of them. I'll go for the Carbine since that one was doubled and it's just a really strong weapon overall. You can get the slowing effect with the super cooled plasma on that, and it becomes one of the best crowd control weapons in the game, also on top of the amazing DPS. Of course, the Lead Storm also got some pretty nice buffs in the patch, so putting a decent number of levels into that isn't quite as bad anymore. Fire rate? Yep. Get a little bit of drive-by healing on the way to the pod down here. Piercing, yep. I believe that just makes it bounce more times between enemies and walls and stuff for the plasma weapons. Bit of a rough spot. We might need to lead them away from that a bit first. Probably finish it off with a jump now. We'll go some fire rate here, I think. Probably the most fun stats with the weapon specialist passive.
The scavengers lit up like a Christmas tree. We got a swarm incoming. One crate of goodies on the way. Didn't see that coming, sucker.
XP scanner. I guess we'll go there. Bit of XP to go with it. Big fire rates. Reload, I think. Fire rates. Big paint job, yep. Ooh, I like the big fire rate and reload speed together for that. Clip size was buffed a little bit. I think it has a smaller penalty on the reload speed now.
Temporary work. You've achieved your objective in a record time.
Fire rates. Try and get a bit of damage on them while they're isolated, and we have some walls nearby for the plasma to get a few more bounces.
The threat level just went up.
Then we can use the Praetorians to hopefully finish that gold off and loop back around for it. Try and get some good damage in the tunnel here. We need to get that Praetorian down a lot more and not kite them through the healing crystals over here. So I think both of these have the Nova effect at the ends. I kind of like the Nishanka. That will give us medium to go with the Plasma Carbine, which we're trying to build around here. And the Nishanka can have a lot of useful debuffs added into it. Well, I guess it has 2 by default, and you can also add in the freezing effect to it.
Think you can kill me? Well, think again. Oh, I got it.
Big crit damage, yep.
Gotta have that legendary. You're really pissing off the bugs.
Oh yeah, we can also line up all of them with the Bolt Shark now because that's a precise weapon.
This works.
So it will target the highest HP enemy and pierce through up to 50 of them. So that gives some much needed AoE if we can have all the elites grouped up on the Praetorian there. I think I will take the paint job so we can push that up to 18 as fast as possible and see the redesigned overclock quickly, hopefully. Big damage, I will grab that. Potency, sure. Big damage on the main weapon.
That's a no-brainer. That will teach you. You made short work of stage 1.
Hey job, I think I'm fine with that. Big status damage. We could get the burn effect on that, but I don't think it's going to be that great still, even if we do that. Fire rate, get us an overclock here. Do I want fire on that? I don't think so. I don't really like lowering fire rates, but I mean, the huge piercing overall is still pretty good.
Overclock, my favorite type of clock.
Take a decent global damage, some early pickups, see what else we got. Hopefully some good nitrous stuff. Well, a lot of paint jobs, not ideal, but we can get overclocks quickly, and the cold plasma is just so good on this weapon. I will take that every time. Bolt Shark overclock. Not going to add in the fire, that's probably just going to make it weaker at debuffing, so we'll go damage and knockback here. I guess we will grab that.
This is a simple mining mission. Get it done, miner.
So with one last weapon, if we get the stubby, I can have all weapons that will, well, all 3 that I can add in anyways that will fire in a Nova for the final bullets. That'd be pretty cool, but if I want to save gold, there's plenty of weapons that have a similar function, just not the exact same overclock.
Swarm is heading your way. Load up.
Decent XP, sure. The guy's spitting at me even though he's frozen. Potency, sure.
Supply pod ready for insertion. The drop point is too rocky, so please clear it out.
The Dick Boy was actually changed so that it's a lot better at potency stuff. Leadburster is actually a Nova, but I'd really like to get the Stubby if we can. Burst Fire, the Omni Barrel was changed, and that's kind of cool. Do a couple rerolls, see if we can find it. Thunderhead actually does have it as well. It would give heavy and kinetic. Not ideal, but whatever.
Swarm detected. Get ready. We'll be with you shortly.
So yeah, that's definitely not ideal. I think I'm gonna grab a bit of movement speed. We haven't gotten much of that yet. And I like always being able to position well. Divers is pretty solid for a blue. I think I'm fine with that. Reload, sure. And then it looks like we've gotten the level mined out, so we may as well push the boss DPS, see if we can get the best crates possible here. Doesn't seem like I have enough for legendary yet. I'll grab some damage here, help us out with the bosses a bit. Pull them through a narrow corridor so we can land all of the shots on them, including extra plasma bounces. Yeah, it looks like we're going to be a bit off of the red crate here. Reload damage. Go here, push the levels a bit. Oh, I need to head back towards the magnet as well. Probably luck here. A bit more XP as we're about to grab a magnet. Decent paint job. Big fire rate, absolutely. I think paint job here. Fire rate, I'll take that. And then a big paint job for the main weapon. Decent proj damage.
Gotta move on, Miner. Your spot will head out momentarily. This dwarf got hot.
Decent global, sure.
Stage 2 completed. Taking you closer to your target.
Some more pickup. Probably see what else we got here. Big reload for the main weapon, some medium reload, a cheap level for that.
Nothing for me here.
Some movements, we'll lock that. And then I think I'll grab that for now.
I can't get enough of this rare stuff.
We've got work to do and quotas to meet. You have your objectives.
Wonder what stuff they're sending in the cat tank, boy. Hey, I'm healing.
Swarm detected. Get ready. They'll be with you shortly.
Try and catch me now.
Bit of HP. And I think as long as we can funnel them all through like a small tunnel like that, the freezing effects from the carbine should take care of all the small detonators now. It can sometimes be a bit rough early on when you can't really blow them up instantly or crowd control them or anything.
I'm gonna kill you all. You want some more?
Reload would get an overclock here, I'm fine with that. I will grab the cryo though, since that actually has some usefulness to it. I don't really care about any of these. Ooh, weapon box and gold scanner. But I love weapon box too much. Deep core is actually not bad. It shares a lot of tags with the carbine and the bull shark. Bit more movements here.
Objective completed. Excellent job.
I don't think it has anything interesting at level 18. I'll grab a level here, I think.
Big swarm detected. Buggerman, get ready.
Put it down!
Let's go bulb here to get that out of the artifacts pool. Especially early on, it'll basically give you some better choices throughout the entire run.
You ugly son of a bitch.
Decent damage.
Upgrade. That's a no-brainer. Loot bug looted.
Yeah, may as well go for some big elite damage when we can now. Probably best to try and keep them a bit away from the wardens so they have low uptime on the shield if I can. And then try and stay close to walls for extra plasma bounces. Fire rates into an overclock.
My whole life better.
I think we'll probably just grab the clip size here so it spends a longer time firing.
Tasks complete. Stage finished. The drop pod is prepped.
We are kind of light on both of these. I'll go Nitra since we have the legendary saved for the carbine here. Decent reload speed for 3 weapons. Decent reload for that. Fire rate damage, I'll go here, that's a bit more fun.
Cleared and get onto that drop pod. It's about to leave. Stage 3 done and dusted, miner. We'll have a good meal ready for you when you return.
Grab that into the level 18, and this is the one that was buffed up. So this one does twice as many bullets in all directions now at the end. Sawed Off, of course, is extremely strong and one of the best overclocks in the game, so we'll see if it can compete with that now. Let's see, probably want to get a bit more Nitra if I can. Fire rate is fantastic. We can't quite get both of those, but I'll get fire rate for the main weapon since it's my favorite stat for it.
We've got work to do and quotas to meet. You have your objectives. just lit up like a Christmas tree. We got a swarm incoming.
I found some more cards.
Reload speed for 3. This is probably just better for 5.
I'm gonna kill you all.
Big paint job.
Beautiful. I see.
Well done, you got them all. The surface is too packed for the supply pod to land. Please clear it.
Die, monsters! To the sky!
Swarm detected. Get ready. They'll be with you shortly. Supply pod cleared. Impact imminent.
What a shot!
Another XP scanner or a clipboard, excuse me. I guess.
I can use this. You don't see these every day.
Decent crit chance.
This dwarf's got hops.
Alright, let's see if we can actually get some good crates now.
That's all you got, you slippery shit.
This might not be a very good map for that, since you're always going to have a bunch of wardens near them. Especially if you're freezing everything. We are just off of the red one. Unlucky.
Objective completed, miner.
Big paint shop there.
Heads back to
Probably gonna go Nitra and try and get some good upgrades for the
You don't see these every
plasma carbine.
That's all you got, you slippery shit.
Fire rates. They still keep the shield up even when they're frozen, huh?
The drop pod will head out momentarily.
Or are there just so many of them that I can't possibly freeze them all?
Stage 4 is done. Onwards to stage 5 we go.
Cheap overclock here. We'll grab the big fire rate and reload stats. Global fire rates here. Let's see what else we got.
More options.
Fire rate to finish that off. And here's the Stormy Mag for that.
It's time to kill.
Some decent crit stats. Sounds good.
More options.
Big paint job to help that out. I guess we will, since I'm almost out of rerolls here, and it's just such a good crowd control weapon on top of being fantastic DPS anyways.
Now you just need to make it come out of hibernation by destroying the cocoons. Show them what a single dwarf
So we have one Stormy Mag left to get on the Thunderhead now.
Back down. Ryan, catch me now. You open.
Fire rates.
Objective completed. Supply pod ready for insertion. The drop point is too rocky, so please clear it out.
Decent reloads.
LC prepped. Supply pod incoming.
Oh, piercing's actually fantastic here. All of these use that, other than that, since it has like 50 by default. But I believe it makes you have more bounces on the plasma as well. So that's fantastic actually. Piercing, get the levels on that going. Reload damage, let's take that for more bullets. It's going to be very hard to pull both of them next to a wall to maximize the plasma. So I think all we can really do is try and stay close to the range guy so that they don't get too far apart. Well, I'm kind of zoned by the ranged attacks right now. This is a decent spot if we can get some shots off here. Then we need to focus the range guy a bit. Decent heavy reload, but only 2 weapons. I don't think I care that much. Oh, we need some more focus on the melee guy right now. Luck. And then they're probably low enough now.
Dreadnought down. Objective completed. Excellent job. Well done.
Oops, should have taken the proj damage there.
Arrived. Get there now. It will leave without you. Keep pushing, miner. Stage 6 is next.
Gonna roll the dice on this
Luck,
one.
paint job to help that out. I do like fire rates.
I'm gonna do something epic with
And then, that's not bad, but we're almost out of nitro now. Good crits, fire rate for the main weapon, and we're out of nitro, so some good pickup radius.
There's work to be done. Up and at 'em, miner.
Big damage.
It's my lucky day. Hey, bud. How's my butt look from down there?
Prepare to fight for your life. The big swarm is approaching. Can't land the supply pod. Impact zone is cluttered. Get it fixed.
See you in hell.
Good work. There's a resupply on the way.
Let's show them some pain.
I guess pickled nitra, pretty big damage.
Epic
Big swarm
upgrade.
detected.
That's
Lock
a
up and get ready.
no-brainer. Hey, bud. How's my butt look from that? Up, and back down. I'm raring to try this out.
Swarm detected.
Hello.
Get ready. We'll be with you shortly.
See you in hell.
We should definitely be able to go for some legendary crates now with that artifact.
Objective completed.
Eat that. Up, and back down. You want some more? You're cute. Let's show them some
I'm not locked in here with you, you're locked in here with me!
monsters. I'm gonna kill you all.
There's legendary crates, pickled nitra,
Has arrived.
but,
Now,
well,
it will leave without you.
that's like 30-ish nitra, right? So the average value of that should be quite a bit higher, even though that is extremely tempting for the builds. We'll take fire rate for that.
You want some more?
Oh, it does make me very slow here. We need to go straight back then. I do want that, but we need the levels on that very badly.
One down. One down.
Big fire rates.
There's one for
Good
Carl.
work, Miner. Now to stage 7.
Piercing for that, definitely. You can probably find a cheaper, like, fire rate or reload speed for that, hopefully.
Smile. Nope. Try again.
Big damage, I don't think so. Paint job for that,
Looks
definitely.
good. Shoots better.
Electrical would add the electrical upgrade with that, which I don't really want, but we'll lose fire rate. Oh well. It'll have huge piercing combined with the artifacts up to 15. Lock reload there.
Nothing for me here. Let's try again.
I kind of want the carbine upgrades. I think we'd rather find something cheaper for that.
I'm growing stronger. I'm feeling lucky.
Paint job is completely wasted there. More carbine.
Raring to try this out.
Actually, I should have gotten some mining speed,
That's work
but at least this map has the jump pads to help with that.
Hey, bud. How's my butt look from down there? Looted.
Sure, at purple.
Big swoon detected. Lock up and get ready. Exemplary work. You've achieved your objective in record time.
Open! To the sky!
Supply pod prepped and ready, miner. We need to clean up the landing zone.
I got it in the mouth!
Absolute bloodbath. Fire rates. Gotta take it.
We got a launch. Supplies inbound.
Nitra does go with the pickled Nitra, but we only really have 3 stages left. I guess we'll still do it. More damage, more weapon levels.
Hello and good boy. Oh, I got it.
Paint job.
Looks beautiful. Like me. Think you can kill me?
Pod has arrived.
Think you can.
Big gold or fire rates.
Pod is not going to hang
We can
around.
probably do better overall with that, since that would be like 60 gold or something.
That's legendary.
But very tempting.
This one's for Carl.
Damage will finish that off, that's fine.
New dwarf.
I don't really want either of these. We definitely can't do that with 5 good weapons here, so we've got to lower the fire rate and reload on it, unfortunately. That's triggers of the passive bullet nova.
Time's ticking, miner. Move it. Stage 7 done and dusted. Taking you to stage 8.
Reload.
I'm gonna go with this.
Well, we have a lot of gold, so I should just buy whatever.
I'm raring to try this. Surely next time will be better.
Fire rates. Fire rate for the carbine, bit of armor.
Sure. Why not?
Your mission is clear. Get to it.
I hate this damn planet. Loot box looted. Loot box eliminated. Eat blood.
Prepare to fight for your life. A big swarm is approaching.
Attack!
Piercing level.
Can't get enough of this rare stuff. Bring it, backers! To the sky!
The scanner just lit up like a Christmas tree. We got a swarm incoming.
Something incredible is happening here. I feel amazing. Take that!
The supply pod LZ is blocked. Please clear it out. Objective completed. Swarm detected.
Now
Get
you
ready.
later,
We'll be with you
stinky
shortly.
bugs. Hey, bugs! How's my butt look from down there? Ha!
Good work. Supply pod inbound.
One down!
Not really in love with any of these. We only have 1 reroll though, but let's see. Okay, encabulator to go with the weapon box. I'm gonna have negative mining speed, but we're close to the end anyways, so
Yeah, now
minus 54%, my god.
up, up and
So we kind of have to only use the pads for that now. Take a level here into an overclock. Probably clip size so that it fires for longer. Since we have a lot of fire rates.
This thing tickles my blood.
Are there any pads close to that Nitra? Does not seem like it's... Yeah, I just can't mine at all. Let's just get the red crate here. And only focus on the jump pads for mining, I guess. Probably too late for that now, so I think I'm just going Nitra here to buy more in the shop.
This one. Roll back the hell.
Luck.
I'm gonna kill you all.
I'll take a level here. The one thing is, if we get the single dreadnought for the final boss, whenever he creates the two rock walls on either side, I'm kind of going to have to commit and then hope that all of the plasma bounces just melt him instantly, because I seriously doubt we're getting out of there. Plasma carbine looks nice.
This'll do.
Fire rate's good. We still need some levels here, so let's save a little bit, scrap some movement.
Surely next time we'll be better.
Fire rate there is nice.
Now this is a rare
Bit of crit
treat.
damage, see what else.
Let me try again.
Fire rate.
I'm raring to try
And then
this
we're
out.
out of Nitra, so here and... These aren't great. We can hold a little bit of gold.
You have your objectives. Get it done, miner.
Only danger and darkness. Now you later, stinking bugs. Now you later, stinking bugs.
Let me back!
Now you later, stinking bugs.
Thank God there's one right next to these.
Buggerman, get ready.
Up and hey, bugs. Whoa, no.
Supply pod prepped and ready, miner. We need you to clean up the landing.
Thank God there's one right next to the supply pod. Fire rates. This would be a nightmare without it.
Try and catch me now. Up and back down. Now you later, stinking bugs.
Gotta finish off the last little sliver, but we at least got most of that.
There we go. Prepare for impact.
Gold scanner? Nah, too late for that. That's okay. We can get some decent damage off of that.
Swarm detected. Get ready. We'll deal with you shortly.
Your history. Well, I got it in the mouth.
If we can get the small detonators close to it, then when they die, they'll help out a little bit.
Bloody hell, you're
Alright, a minute later, we finish that one,
ugly.
and then my damage is so high that we're probably not getting over to there. That one's getting kind of close to 18.
It's me. Your history.
Well done. Objective completed. Drop pod has arrived.
Probably
Get
big
there
damage.
now.
That works on all
Will
5.
live without you.
Dwarves don't die.
Global damage. Then we can get a little bit of scanner value with the pads right here.
Let Pop do it. Now you later, stinking bugs.
Gather up your beard and get onto that drop pod. It's about to leave.
Oh, I have 4 mushrooms. Not even close.
Chance.
carbine,
I'm raring to
and
try
then we have
this
no
out.
nitro lefts,
Let's shake it
fire
up.
rates, and some medium reload.
Upgrade. That's a no-brainer. Was that supposed to
This
break?
is the big one, Miner. Find and destroy the cocoons and take out that dreadnought.
So we're looking for jump pads to try and mine that stuff out.
Boing. Up and let's hop to it.
And there do not seem to be any near the resources. Oh my god, the boss is already out. Oops. That's not ideal.
Clear it out, Miner.
Oh god. Am I dead? I'll pull him to one side and then hopefully that's enough room. Okay, we did it. But that could have been so bad.
Immediate dreadnought.
Do I have enough time to get out of here now?
All tasks complete.
I should have enough damage. Okay, I think we're good. But that could have gone really badly.
Got it in the mouth.
But I am so strong, doesn't even matter now. So, full plasma carbine, the Stormy Mags was doubled on that. I believe it's 48 bullets and a Nova around you now. Got that up to a pretty high level, and of course with the cold plasma, it is extremely powerful. And then the weapon box was actually not too bad. We were a little bit short of getting the final overclock on that since my mining speed was absolutely tiny, minus 59%. Dang, yo. I wonder what happens if you get to like negative mining speed. Might not even be possible. We were a bit off of the third Stormy Mags there as well, but we did get it on the 2 medium weapons at least, and some nice utility there, knockback and an extra cryobolts for even more crowd control.
One less dreadnought to worry about. Management sends their regards.
Let's see, for kinetic we had these 3. So that would be 22, about 44 million. So we had about 10 million from the passive, but I wasn't really going into kinetic damage there, so a bit of a penalty to that. 61 million on the carbine, which we were focusing there. Let's see, all of the acid and electrical would be from that, and we had 29 million total. So an extra 8 million from the dots there with 0 scaling for those, other than a little bit of potency. But mainly for the debuffs on that. But that's going to be it for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.